Hello there and welcome to another review of The Shield Dude in the Couch. I'm your host Hector, and tonight I'm going to talk about a new band that should be on your radar. They're called Decasia and they're from France, and they play a sort of like 70s rock, prog, psychedelic type of music with a lot of rock and roll infused. They definitely love the Doors and all that type of 70s rock, prog that was in the vein, and obviously Pink Floyd influence. So if you like that type of rock and roll and psychedelia, that it's, great guitars, great bass, great drumming, and sound like that classic rock sound, this is a band that you will like. So this band is signed to this record label, Heavy Psych Sounds, and they sent me this. I pre-ordered this album and I got it. It's coming out on April 5th. The name of the album is An Endless Feast for Hyenas, and the cover, is very simplistic. There's the three guys, very colorful, and it goes very well with what the music in this album is like. They released 3 singles out of this album, previous to release. Horse Basil's Ode, I don't know if I said correctly, but it's a very, proggy 70s style, lots of guitar solos that take their time, think Pink Floyd, Meet the Doors, something like that. Then they release one of my favorite songs on the album that's called Skeleton Boy. This song has just a great melody to it, great guitar solos on it, and it's one of the longest songs. It's like a 6 minute 57 minutes, 6:57 seconds, and it's one of the longest songs that takes its time, but very catchy. And then they released the single. The last single they released was called Sunrise, and Sunrise starts more mellow, but then it picks up and it sounds like that type of like rock that you used to listen at Woodstock, like I would say before. Very very inspiring, very groovy, and great guitar on it. And beside those songs, there's 10 songs. There's 2 interludes that go into the songs. All the songs are great. If you love that type of style of rock and roll with, no electronics and nothing like modern sounding like they do today, I think this will be a band that you will like. This is their first full-length release. They had 2 EPs prior to it, and the album starts with Ilion, which is a song that starts really slow and it starts like building. The guitars are very fuzzy and it really blends well into the other song that I mentioned, Horsebal's Ode. The longest song on this album is called La Kyria Falls, which is almost 7 minutes. And the final song, Hyenas at the Gates, it's basically an acoustic number, if you will. And interesting fact about this album, they recorded this in a barn, so in the middle of France. So on that last song, you can hear like someone walking through the barn, the creaking of the door, which I thought was pretty cool to end the album, because it's a pretty mellow album. Obviously, it has its guitar parts, very interesting. So I got this vinyl from them. Look at the pretty vinyl. It looks as groovy as it sounds. And what can I say? Please listen to this band. If you like music that it's a jam style of music, that you can, listen, you can immerse to this with it. You can, even if you like weed, you can smoke weed and listen to this and have a great time. And it's an album that if you are not a fan of newer rock or newer metal, you'll feel right at home with this. It will be like putting this album and going back to the 70s psychedelia era. It's just that good. There's no bad tracks on this, and it's a band that they really play well together. There's another song that I like called Override, and that song is one of the most faster, crunchy ones, and that one's more influenced by like 90s grunge era. And if you want to know more about this great band and this album, I had an interview with the drummer, just a few weeks ago, and I'm going to post the link somewhere there so you can go deeper into what Decasia, an endless feast for hyenas, is all about. So this is coming out April 5th, so this still hasn't come out. So now you as a viewer, when it comes out, you have to listen to it. You have to comment and tell me what tracks did you like about this album. Did you like the vibe and that type of style? And if you like my videos, you know, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I have more videos on the way. And I hope you have a great night, and please listen to this album. You won't be disappointed. Thank you and good night.